we're in the South. We're in the South.
Boy,
we're 4 for 4.
boy, you're 4 for 4, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I get that a lot.
People say, where are you from? They say, where in the South are you from?
Right.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, I'm Blaire Underwood. And it's good to see you guys again.
Good seeing
And
you.
you.
Too.
Stepping into one of TV's most iconic roles, daunting or not daunting? What do you think?
Daunting, of course. Of course, always daunting. Yeah. You know, it's a little different because, you know, this time, literally by almost a week, this time last year I was doing Streetcar Named Desire on Broadway, playing Stanley Kowalski, and stepping into those shoes, you know, in line with the great Marlon Brando. That was daunting, but it was daunting because you're dealing with the same text, exact same lines. People will compare what they know in their head. This is a little different because we're not using the same text. It really is a reimagining, a reboot, a new version of this character whose name is Robert Ironside, Bobby T. Ironside, who is a detective and who happens to be disabled and is in a wheelchair. Really, from that's the jumping off point. All the characters are new. The world is new. Of course, it's 2013, and it's New York City.
But just to follow up a little bit, you know, an actor can play Kowalski or Hamlet. 100 actors can play those roles 100 different ways.
Yeah.
But let an actor step into a television role from 50 years ago,
Yeah.
and everybody goes, oh, "How dare you?" I mean,
You're looking like Raymond Burr.
isn't that a certain? Isn't there a
No,
certain?
I haven't felt that.
irony?
I'm telling you, it was so fresh in me. I felt "How dare you" with Marlon Brando.
Okay.
This one, I think, I feel like just, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, the way George Clooney is a different Batman than Val Kilmer is different than Christian Bale's. I feel like I'm just the next actor in line to play this iconic brand character of Ironside, with respect, because Raymond Burr was brilliant. And now going back, I was born in '64, so this started in '67, I think. So I don't remember so well. Going back, I mean, I see why people love it, and that's what's been interesting. I don't hear people just say, "I remember Ironside." They say, "I love Ironside." I mean, you have great fond memories of it. I see why.
I love the way the interpretation this time around, because I never saw the ending coming. In a million years, I didn't know how he became paralyzed. I mean, but I didn't realize it was friendly fire, and I'm not giving anything away because
Right.
the pilot will tell the whole story here. But that brings an incredibly different dynamic into it because he's trying to save his partner at the same time he's trying to save the world.
Right.
Is that part of the intrigue for you?
In terms of how he's shot? Or?
Well, no, for you, just the fact that you're trying to save your partner as the same time you're trying to clean up the world.
Yes, it is. Not just the partner, but that is actually one of the components of this show that I love the most, is the brotherhood of the partnership of these two guys. And he's tormented in some ways much more so than Ironside is because of his guilt. We actually may reshoot that moment after the shooting where you see just where you think it may be the partner, so it's more ambiguous because we don't know that may change, so we're not quite sure.
It was so good.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I don't think you should.
No, it's just the one shot where you think it's him, because it may not be him, but what holds true is that he still feels guilty because no matter what, he should have had my back.
But when you took
Same
this,
family.
what did you like about this character anyhow?
Oh man, what I loved about the character was the fact that I've always liked crime shows, but from an acting perspective, oftentimes the lead actors, oftentimes are reduced to just asking the questions. You know, what time to show up, when you find a dead body, this and that. And the great character stuff are the guest stars. They come and go. What I loved about it was the challenge of the fact that you had a crime show that I'm a fan of. But it's wrapped in this character study of Ironside, of course, but also the way in which the stories are. I'm reading the scripts now. The other characters, you know, we'll learn more about them, who these people are, not just cops asking questions and solving crimes.
You know, doctors, cowboys come and go,
Yeah.
as far as television goes, but cops and doctors never go away. Why do you think they are such perennial mainstays, favorites of TV audience?
It's a great question. I haven't thought much about lawyers, not paid lawyers, as you know, or medical, but I think with crime shows, the reason I love crime shows is I'm always trying to figure it out. I think we sit there as an audience and try to see, am I as smart as them? Can I figure it out before is it going to be obvious? And I had to tell you, I've read like first 4 scripts now. Ken Senzel, who's our showrunner, the scripts they're writing, they're not complicated, but they challenge you to think and really try to figure out the clues, which is, I think that's the core of what attracts us to crime shows anyway.
What
Your
was that?
career
Out of
is,
curiosity, sorry, I just want to get to the challenge of how much does it take away for you as an actor when you're in a chair and you lose half of your body, and your physicality adds a lot to a character?
In terms of just the acting and the portrayal of it, it really helps focus and infuse the furnace underneath this particular type of man, this particular type of cop, and it drives him. It really drives him. It forces me, because I can't use anything from the waist down. It forces me to channel all that in a different way from an acting perspective.
looking at your career, it's a perfect study in colorless casting.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, when you think about Stanley Kowalski or Ironside, why do you think that is it a sign of the times, or is it a sign of your prowess as an actor? And I don't want you to brag about yourself, but you really have, you really have just your colorless casting.
No, thank you for asking that. It's one of the things I'm most humbled by and grateful for. Because when I started as an actor, I did not want to be pigeonholed to somebody else's perspective of what an African-American actor could be or should be. And I've always kind of thought that. I don't necessarily know why. Part of it, what I can say is part of it is me saying no to certain things that I thought would just kind of put me in a box. And either holding out for the right thing or creating, as a producer, creating the right thing. I mean, I'm honored to be a producer on this as well. My first time producing a network show, being a producer on the show, so I'm excited. I'm sorry, you had your hand up.
I just wanted to know if, you know, the world around Ironside now and this one is different. Is the character the same or different? And are you pulling anything from what Raymond Burr had done? And, you know, can you watch the old Ironside and say, it's okay that I'm watching this because mine is nothing like him, so it's not going to, you know, inform what I'm doing, or does it?
Yeah, I think they completely live on their own. Yeah, it's really a different take on this police officer, this detective. So I wouldn't say there are a lot of parallels in that respect.
How much training and how good have you gotten in the chair?
Wow, you know, I've spent a lot of time and it's gotten better and better. David, who's there, who I mentioned before, is on the set every day. I was doing one take where he comes in, Ironside comes barreling in the room, and he stops on a dime. I said, how would you do that? He does it. He stops on a dime, he does a wheelie and everything. I said, dude, second season. I'm not doing that right now. I'm not there yet.
Are you surprised at how much upper body strength this thing takes to work and use?
Yeah. But you know, your body, you become accustomed to it.
If you look at the character's arc, as far as the recovery and he sued the department to get back on, it's all parallels in your own life that you can attach to that, where you know if they said no, eventually they would say yes.
Wow.
What's that like for you?
It's been a driving force. I mean, no has been a driving force. To be told no has been a driving force. And it's why, you know, we finished our first week yesterday, and it's why I'm having a great time. Everybody said, man, we had such a great time. You set a nice tone, and I'm grateful for that. But it's important. I mean, I've been on sets when it's not a nice tone, and part of that is when you wait for the right time. I remember when I was doing LA Law, you know, we were fortunate to win a number of Emmys year after year, and I would always stand on the stage near in the end. I'm a low-key guy. And my brother would always say, dude, I'm watching on TV, and why don't you stand behind the mic so I can see you? And I said, my time will come. You know, it's okay. Maybe not on the Emmy stage, but just in terms of, you know, when it's right, I believe your time comes.
Well, I'm afraid we're out of time.
All right.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Blaire.
What is he doing? Is he reading?
He's napping. Don't